girls, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Katrina, also known as Princess K, and I am back with another review for you guys. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing the new Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration called the Vault. I received this beautiful package in the mail and have been obsessing over it ever since. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some swatches, talk about it, do a look for you guys, and yeah, so stay tuned and continue to watch this video. But before you do that, please take the time out to subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me, and thank you for all of you who have been subscribing and commenting and interacting with me. I love it. Thank you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. So this is what the PR package looks like. It came with some bomb pictures of Jaclyn. I thought it was really cool how they kind of just dropped the video. I was with my mom and they just dropped the video, and I was like scrolling and I was like, oh mom, look, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill are coming out with another collaboration. We're like, what is it? What is it? And then finally she released a video and she talked about how she literally just took the pigments that didn't make it in the Jaclyn Hill palette and made 4 palettes with 10 shades in each of them, so you have 40 new shades to try out. So before I open it, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit more information about the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Vault collaboration. So this launches June 26th. Like I mentioned earlier, there's 4 palettes with 10 shades each, so 40 new shades. You can get them for $15 each, or you can get the whole entire thing for $49, and I mean, like, that's not a bad price. $15 for some shadows. In my opinion, I think that is a good price. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this and show you guys a little bit more about the packaging. And I was trying to figure out how I was gonna do this because it is 4 palettes and it's not just one big palette. So I'm gonna do a couple swatches, but it'll only be mostly the shimmers from each palette because I don't want to take too long swatching every one of them. If you do want to see what every swatch looks like of these shadows, then you can go ahead and check out Jaclyn Hill's video. She did like a whole entire like in detail video of each palette, the shadows, the color schemes, all of that good stuff. So make sure you check out her video as well because that's going to just give you all the information that you need to know. So let's go ahead and get into some swatches. So it actually does lock, which I think is cute. So you actually just twist it, open it up, bam, here are the 4 palettes. Another bomb picture of Jaclyn Hill. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like show you them and then swatch a couple of the shimmer swatches from some of them, not all of them, because I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long. So yeah, so this is what the packaging of each of the palettes look like. Here's an up close view of it. Cute Morphe Jaclyn Hill. On the spine right here, it has the name of the palette and kind of gives you an idea of the color scheme. So this one is called Ring the Alarm, and then it has some warm shadows in here. So I'm gonna swatch just the 3 shimmers in here, and the names are actually on the front as well, which I like because on the Jaclyn Hill palette they were, I don't think they were in there. It was kind of just a sheet, and then once you took it off, it was like you didn't really know the names, which made it kind of difficult when you are a YouTuber or you're trying to name like what shadows you are doing. So I like that it is in the front this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the 3 colors. So I'm gonna be swatching Lolly, On Camera, and Boom. So these are what they look like up close. So I'm gonna be swatching this one and then these 2 right here. So this is Lolly. Ooh, that was so pigmented. This one is On Camera. Ooh, nice. This one is Boom. So there are your colors. They're really creamy and nice. That was one thing that I really loved about the Jaclyn Hill palette, was that the formula of these shimmers were amazing. If you don't have that palette, I would definitely try to get your hands on this palette. If not, buy these. And I'm not just saying that like overhyping this, but the formula of these shimmers and these mattes are just really good in my opinion. So let's keep moving on. So the next palette we have is Bling Boss. This one has actually 5 shimmers in this one, so I'm going to swatch all 5 of these, but this is an up close view of the Bling Boss palette. This is more of the purple side, so let's get into some swatches. So here are the swatches of the Bling Boss palettes. And I think too, now that I've adjusted my camera, you guys will be able to see my swatches better. They won't be like blown out or like too much lighting. I adjusted and switched some things, so I feel like these look a lot better on camera. So this is the Bling Boss palette, right? So the next palette we have is Armed and Gorgeous. This is more of a kind of like earthy palette. This is in up close view of them. Kind of like a warm and earthy kind of palette. I love this green color right here. I feel like it's so hard to find like a actual like pretty green eyeshadow, so I'm excited about that one. But here are what the swatches look like. The only color I had a difficult time swatching was this color right here, and that is the name Classified. This one right here did not swatch as great. I had just a teensy little bit of trouble swatching that one, but I'm sure if I applied some like setting spray to my brush and then applied it on my lid, that it would definitely be more like amplified and show up a lot more pigmented. But just a little trouble, not too bad, but I mean like it's showing up. It's probably just like a really like sheer color. So yo, this color right here though, oh my gosh, like that's how white it is. That's not even my camera like making it look lighter than it is. Like when I swatched it, oh my gosh, this color is popping. I'm sorry, this color right here, this is the color VIP. It is that white, like it's popping. You don't even understand. When I swatched it, I was just like, oh my gosh. And the last palette is called Dark Magic. Now this one is dark and like sexy. This palette right here, I'm gonna show you guys up close. That is what it looks like. So definitely on the darker side, more smoky in my opinion. You would do something like totally smoky with this. So here are the swatches for this one. This one only had 3 shimmers in it, which I'm not mad at. I think sometimes you only need a couple shimmers, and overall I think you get a good handful of shimmers from all of the palettes. But this is what they look like. That green in the middle is called Trickery, and that one is just so pretty. So far I'm loving all of these shimmers except for that one, but I mean like you're gonna have those shimmers that don't want to swatch as well, and swatches, you know, are kind of whatever. Sometimes it really comes down to when you apply it to your eye, how it performs. So that one probably could just be amazing when I try to apply it. So swatches can just be but I do like to do them on my channel just to show you guys what they look like. If you want to see what they look like on my skin tone, if we are similar, or how they swatch on our skin tone, because sometimes things can look ashy. But so far so good. All of these shimmers swatched so nicely. So now I'm going to jump into creating a look for you guys. It took me a while to actually figure out how I wanted to film this video and create a look for you guys, because I didn't want this video to be all over the place and me jumping into every single palette and, you know, making it so difficult. So I think I'm just gonna focus on one palette. I saw a couple videos. Some people did 4 looks. That's just too much. That's gonna be way too long. I saw a lot of videos focusing on these 2 palettes right here. So I don't kind of want to do something that you guys have already seen. So I think I'm gonna go with the Bling Boss palette, which was this one on the more purpley side. So I'm gonna be focusing on this palette today, and I'm going to create a look for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So I zoomed in just a little bit closer so we can get a little more up close and personal. So again, I'm going to be using the Bling Boss palette, and so to start off, I'm going to be taking the color Hush Hush. I'm going to show you guys up close. It's this one right here. It's kind of like a dusty mauve color, and I'm going to take that across my whole entire lid, and I'm going to be using a Morphe M502 brush. Now I'm not expecting this color to be crazy pigmented because it is like a dusty color, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm kind of just using this as a base in a transition color. So So the next color I'm going to be taking is this color down here. This is called Sparks. I'm going to be taking this color right here. I'm going to be taking this into my crease, and I'm going to be using a Morphe M505 brush this time. And I'm being very, very light-handed because I don't want to have to work too hard to blend any colors out. So I'm going to be very light-handed when doing this color. So now with a more precise brush, I'm going to be using the Morphe E17 brush from the Elite collection. I'm going to be taking the color Rockstar right here, which is more of a plum color. And I'm going to be focusing this just in my crease. So far, these colors are blending out so nicely. Yes, honey. Okay. So the next color I'm going to be taking is this Buried Treasure. Now this one, when I swatched it, it's kind of like a black, but it has reflex. It has like pink and purplish like reflex in it, even though it is black. So I'm going to be taking that color, and I'm going to be very, 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 very careful with this color. I'm going to be using a more precise brush. I'm going to be using the Morphe M507 brush. There is some fallout and some kickback in the palettes, but I feel like you're always going to get that unless it's like crazy and it's just like hitting pan already. But for the most part, there's a little bit, but I feel like you're going to get that all the time. So it's not a big thing where I'm like, canceled, I'm not buying this, don't buy this. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I mean, there is some fallout. It's not bad, you can live with it, just blow it off, you know. But if it's like crazy, then I would let you guys know and be like, okay, this has so much kickback, but it's not bad, I can deal with it. So and this one I'm being like incredibly like light-handed and like barely even touching my eyelid, because this black doesn't need, like, this is super pigmented and does not need much pressure. So I'm just being so like light-handed with this. I find that if you want to get like those M. Mitchell like eyeshadow looks, that it's really all about like packing on the color and blending it out and taking your time and working it in if you want those like standout looks, in which obviously today I'm going for a lot more dramatic, because I feel like Jaclyn Hill's looks are always so dramatic and so like bam in your face, and she's got those incredibly pretty like blue gray eyes, so I feel like her looks are always dramatic. So I just want to do something, you know, that'll speak for the palette and, you know, show you guys that you can create a look. So the next color I think that I'm going to use is Glitz and Glam. It's this color right here. I'm not gonna cut my crease, I'm kind of just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna spray my brush using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So one thing that I really loved about the Jaclyn Hill palette was that with these shadows, the like shimmer pressed shadows, like you really did not need to cut your crease, and that just makes the time of doing your makeup so much more easier. So I'm going to be taking Rockstar and Mystic again, and I'm going to run that on the bottom lash line. One more thing before I finish off the look, I really want to try this VIP color as kind of like an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to be taking that, and this is from the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And I'm going to be taking this color right here, and I'm going to pop that into my inner corner. I'm going to be using a Morphe M326 brush, and I'm going to spray my brush first. So this is the finished look. I'm actually obsessed with it. It's kind of like a dark plum smoky halo eye, if that's what you want to call it. But I did the lips off camera. I will put the information for the lips down below. But honestly, I'm kind of obsessing over these palettes. They're honestly just the perfect like travel size. And if you loved the Jaclyn Hill palette and how the formula of the shadows and the shimmer shadows were, then I would definitely recommend this for you. It's just kind of like a smaller size of that. Like, look at that. So I mean, I feel like it's a good steal. They're only $15 for one palette, or you can get all four, which is 40 shades for $49. In my opinion, I think that is a good amount and a good price point. And I feel like she did a good job with giving you different color schemes. You have kind of like your summer palette, your warm, like earthy palette, you got your dark and sexy, like date night, how she described it, palette, and then you have your kind of like a pop of color palette as well. So you get 10 shadows and a mirror at that, and it's kind of like the perfect size to travel with. You can just slip this into your purse. If you are an MUA or a makeup artist, I would definitely recommend getting these. It would be great to have in your kit, especially if you invest in all four of them. That's kind of all you really need. Basically, you kind of be set for shadows. If you are maybe just like a starting out MUA, that's kind of all you would really need, because think about it, you're kind of only doing like warm, you know, colors, and it's kind of versatile, works on all skin types. As you saw, I was able to even use that kind of like dusty mauve color as my transition color, and it looks fine, it looks good. It doesn't give me kind of like an ashy look. It looks great in my opinion. But that is kind of like my overall thoughts and opinions on this collaboration with Morphe. I think the vault was kind of like a good concept for it. It was kind of like the stowaways, the kind of like bam, here's more, I've been holding them out on you and now I'm giving them to you. But that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like review demo. Like I always tell you guys, try things out for yourselves. Don't just go based off of what I'm saying, because everybody is different. We have different techniques, but in my opinion, I really like them, and it is something that I would invest in if you can afford it. You guys can use my discount code PRINCESS to get money off of this. If you do decide to purchase this, even one or all of them, you will get a discount off of that, or any other Morphe products that you see. This code works online and in stores. You would just have to go up to the cash register and be like, I want to use code PRINCESS, and it'll get you money off your purchase. So I hope to see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, and I love you guys. Bye.